So light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, I'm on fire.
Hey everybody! So episode 22 of Teen Wolf Season 3 just aired, and it was probably one of the grossest episodes yet. We start off the episode basically exactly where episode 21 left off. Stiles is at Derek's loft, well, the No Gitsune, whatever, and he lures his father, Derek, and Mr. Argent, and Allison, and the people all there, and he basically just starts this whole big fight between Sheriff Stilinski and Mr. Argent, and he's just messing with their heads, trying to, like, acting like he Stiles to his dad, and, like, then, like, to the No Gitsune, to Argent, and it's, like, it's just a mess. He's, like, telling his dad to protect him and Mr. Argent to shoot him, and it's just a mess. It's creating strife. This whole episode is about strife. That's what I got from this, and it really is a gross episode. Why? Because I hate bugs. I despise them. The only bugs I can tolerate are butterflies, pretty much. Basically, in this whole, when all this goes down, the reason Stiles, well, the No Gitsune, whatever, brought them all to Derek's loft is it's about to be dark and he needs protection from the Oni. So he just uses them, and then when the Oni show up, he just leaves them to fight them, and he just takes off and ends up back at the basement of the Eichen house, formerly Oak Creek. Kira's mother is there, and there's a whole confrontation between them. He steals her last blade, which is her last tail or whatever. He used it to slice his belly open, and like flies just pour out of him. And throughout the episode, and after that he passes out. Throughout the episode, he uses these flies. They like possess the werewolves. They don't possess them so much as they make them very paranoid and just very vengeful, and just it messes with their minds. The only werewolf that didn't get possessed or really gross. This is what was gross. Like, Derek had a wound, and the fly like crawled into him. They were flying into like the twins' ears, their mouths, the Isaac's IV. Isaac goes after the twins, tries to kill him. The twins try and kill each other, and then they fight against Isaac, and there's a whole big ordeal. Derek tries to kill Allison's dad by almost burning him. All this is going on, and Lydia her mind starts getting messed with again, and she finds Stiles' body, like, laying down, and they bring him over to, I don't know, I'm trying to remember what house, I don't remember what house they were at, but they tie him down, and basically they figure out a way to bring Stiles back, make him present and in control of his body. You know, the werewolves the alphas can use their claws, like, do that on the back of the neck, and, like, mess with memories and all that stuff. Well, Peter instructs Scott how to do this, but Lydia is joining in on it to help with the, getting Stiles, I guess, because their connection and stuff. In order for Peter to teach Scott how to do that, Lydia had to make a deal to tell him the name of his kid, which was very interesting. It's just, the episode is full of strife, and when Isaac and the twins are going at each other, Kira and Allison show up and, like, stop them from killing each other, and they were a pretty badass team up. I really liked that. Something else I really loved in the episode, Kira and Scott kissed. I really like them together. I'm really digging them. Hopefully Kira isn't the one that's killed off. I still don't know. I'm starting to think maybe one of the twins might get killed off. Anyways, in Stiles' head, it's just a jumbled mess. They start off, Scott and Lydia are tied down, strapped down or whatever on beds, and Lydia tells Scott to use his strength to get out, and when they're going through there, they get split up. I think Lydia almost died, and then Peter, she starts getting a nosebleed. Like, she started having a flashback in Stiles or whatever his mind. of when she got attacked by Peter. And so her nose starts bleeding in real life, and Peter goes up to her, and I don't know if it's because he cares for her or not. I think he cares for her in a way. But he wants to know his kid's name, of course. Peter's pretty much about himself. But he yells Lydia, like, in her face, and it, like, comes through and she hears it, and she, like, gets out of that little trance or whatever. I felt like when Peter was screaming Lydia, it might as well have been screaming Feels, because I love all the scenes they're in together. They're just great. They play off each other well as characters and actors, whatever. Scott it ends up in the closet at Allison's house, and they're, like, kissing, and then he figures out that it's all a dream, because he's like, we're not together. And then she, like, screams no or whatever. Then they end up in that room where the Nematon was, and the first time they did the sacrifice or whatever. You see the Nematon, the Nogitsune, and Stiles playing chess, sitting on top of it. And Scott just cannot get his attention. Scott and Lydia's like, well, even though he's human, he's part of your pack, right? So, and she goes, well, how do wolves signal their location to the pack or whatever? And just all that stuff. And Scott goes all alpha and does his big roar, and Stiles finally snaps out of it. He knocks the board away, and the Nogitsune then yells in Stiles' face, and then they all wake up, and Stiles starts, like, gagging. He's got tape over his mouth and all that, and when they take it off, like, he starts pulling out that wrapping that was around the Nogitsune's face, and when they pull it out or whatever and stuff, when it's all on the ground, Stiles, or who we think is Stiles, because I believed it was Stiles at first, he kind of walks off to the side, and then we see the Nogitsune forming out of it, and we think, oh, that's the Nogitsune, he's out of him. Well, that was Stiles. Something else, Peter pulls Lydia aside right when they wake up, and Lydia tells him the name and everything. So, and he's like, when she says Malia, it's just the expression on Peter's face was priceless. Okay, back to Stiles and the Nogitsune. The Nogitsune, while they are distracted, takes Lydia. And, yeah, no, I'm not cool with that, because Lydia's my girl. I cosplay her, and she's, like, my favorite female character. Scott freaks out, runs after, yelling Lydia. Something else I almost forgot to touch on. They keep hinting about the big secret that Melissa McCall and Scott's father and Sheriff Stilinski are all keeping, and the Nogitsune, Stiles, whatever, they know it. It's, I'm thinking maybe Scott's father isn't really his father. Maybe Melissa had an affair or something. I'm not sure who could be his father if that is the case. But Scott's dad uses, I don't know if he's trying to get leverage against the sheriff to not say anything, but I don't think he is, really, because he kind of said he's going to tell Scott now. So, but I used to think he was trying to have leverage. So that was really what I've been thinking for a while. But when Sheriff Stilinski has a hearing about being the sheriff, Scott's dad, like, stands up for him, and he finally changes his tune, and sheriff gets to stay sheriff. Yes! As long as he's not killed off or something, which would suck. I really enjoyed this episode, even though it was very gross. I'm really interested to see what happens in the next episode. Something I wanted to ask all of y'all, if y'all are interested, I have my Lydia cosplays, a couple of them put together, and I was thinking maybe of doing my final recap and review of the season in cosplay. Just comment below and let me know if y'all are interested in that, and I will get that done for y'all. As always, thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all continue to like and subscribe and watch these. Have a good night. Bye.